Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. In this video, we're going to be doing Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 3. And this is very sweet. He's doing a summary. Uddhav is telling Vidur about the bridge pastimes of Bhagavan Shri Krishna. It's amazing. So that was 3-2. We did that, and now we're going to be doing 3-3 and probably hopefully a continuation of that. So let's read. Let's call out to Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dear Bhagavan Shri Krishna, please help us understand this chapter. Please help us absorb as much as we can, and please help this bring us closer to you. Please intensify our attachment for you. Okay, so let us read. The Lord's pastimes out of Vrindavan. 1. Sri Uddhav said, Therefore Bhagwan Krishna went to Mathura city with Sri Baldev to please their parents. They dragged Kamsa, the leader of public enemies, down from his throne and killed him, pulling him along the ground with great strength. And I think they were 11 or something at that time. 2. The Lord learned all the Vedas with their different branches simply by hearing them once from his teacher, Sandipani Muni, whom he rewarded by bringing back his dead son from the region of Yamlok. I don't know that story. 3. Attracted by the beauty and fortune of Rukmini, the daughter of King Bhishmaka, many great princes and kings assembled to marry her, but Bhagwan Krishna, stepping over their other hopeful candidates, carried her away as his own share, as Garud carried away nectar. Well, I know this story. Rukmini sent him a letter. It was a love letter saying that I can't marry anybody else. Please take me away. So then he came and then he took her away. He kidnapped her, sort of, because she wanted to be kidnapped. So is it called kidnapped in that case? But yes. 4. By subduing 7 bulls whose noses were not pierced, the Lord achieved the hand of Princess Nagnijiti in the open competition to select her bridegroom. Although the Lord was victorious, his competitors asked the hand of the princess, and thus there was a fight. Well equipped with weapons, the Lord killed or wounded all of them, but he himself was not hurt. 5. Just to please his dear wife, the Lord brought back the Parijat tree from heaven, just as an ordinary husband would do. But Indra, the king of heaven, induced by his wife, henpecked as he was, ran after the Lord with full force to fight him. 6. Narakasur, the son of Dhairitri, the earth, tried to grasp the whole sky, and for this he was killed by the Lord in a fight. His mother then prayed to the Lord. This then led to the return of the kingdom to the son of Narakasur, and thus the Lord entered the house of the demon. 7. There in the house of the demon, all the princesses kidnapped by Narakasur at once became alert upon seeing the Lord, the friend of the distressed. They looked upon him with eagerness, joy, and shyness and offered to be his wives. 8. All those princesses were lodged in different apartments, and the Lord simultaneously assumed different bodily expansions exactly matching each and every princess. He accepted their hands and perfect rituals by his eternal potency. 9. Just to expand himself according to his transcendental features, the Lord begot in each and every one of them 10 offspring with exactly his own qualities. 10. Kalayavana. So this the 16,000 princesses? Kalyavana, the king of Magad and Salva, attacked the city of Mathura, but when the city was encircled by their soldiers, the Lord refrained from killing them personally just to show the power of his own men. 11. Of kings like Shambara, Dvivida, Bana, Mura, Balvala, and many other demons such as Dantavakra, some he killed himself and some he caused to be killed by others, Sri Baldev, etc. 12. Then, O Vidur, the Lord caused all the kings, both the enemies and those on the side of your fighting nephews, to be killed in the battle of Kurukshetra. Of course, we know that. All those kings were so great and strong that the earth seemed to shake as they traversed the war field. 13. Duryodhan was bereft of his fortune and duration of life because of the intricacy of ill advice given by Karna, Dushasan, and Saubala. When he laid on the ground with his followers, his thighs broken, although he was powerful, the Lord was not happy to see the scene. 14. After the end of the battle of Kurukshetra, Bhagwan said, the abatement of the earth's great burden, 18 Akshauhinis, has now been effected with the help of Drona, Bhishma, Arjun, and Bhim. But what is this? There is still great strength of the Yadu dynasty, born of myself, which may be of a more unbearable burden. 15. When they quarrel amongst themselves, influenced by intoxication with their eyes red like copper because of drinking madhu, then only will they disappear, otherwise it will not be possible. On my disappearance, this incident will take place. I'm not sure what's going on here. 16. Bhagwan Shri Krishna, thinking to himself, established Maharaj Yudhishthir in the position of supreme control of the world in order to show the ideal administration on the path of piety, because Maharaj Yudhishthir was very pious and he was very truthful, always honest, always in integrity, always humble. He was very, very great devotee of the Lord. 17. The embryo of Puru's descendant, begotten by the great hero Abhimanyu in the womb of Uttara, his wife, was burned by the weapon of the son of Drona, Ashwathama, but later he was again protected by the Lord. 18. Supreme Lord induced the son of Dharma to perform 3 horse sacrifices, and Maharaj Yudhishthir, constantly following Krishna, Bhagwan, protected and enjoyed the earth assisted by his younger brothers. 19. Simultaneously, Bhagwan enjoyed life in the city of Dwarka, strictly in conformity with the Vedic customs of society. He was situated in detachment and knowledge as enunciated by the Sankhya system of philosophy. 20. He was there in his transcendental body, the residence of the goddess of fortune, with his usual gentle and sweetly smiling face, his nectarian words, and his flawless character. 21. The Lord enjoyed his pastimes both in this world and other worlds, higher planets, specifically in the association of the Yadu dynasty. At leisure hours offered by night, he enjoyed the friendship of conjugal love with women. 22. The Lord was thus engaged in household life for many, many years, but at last his detachment from ephemeral sex life was fully manifested. 23. Every living entity is controlled by a supernatural force, and thus his enjoyment is also under the control of that supernatural force. No one, therefore, can put his faith in Bhagwan's transcendental sense activities, but one who has become a devotee of the Lord by rendering devotional service. Okay. So no one can have faith in Bhagwan except a devotee. Okay. And each living entity is controlled by, I guess, Maya, and the sense enjoyment is also under control of Maya. 24. So our own self enjoyment, sense enjoyment is controlled by Maya, but enjoying Krishna's senses or whatever is only possible if we're devotees. 24. Once upon a time, great sages were made angry by the sporting activities of the princely descendants of Yadu and Bhoja dynasties, and thus, as desired by the Lord, the sages cursed them. 25. A few months passed, and then, bewildered by Krishna, all the descendants of Vrishni, Bhoj, and Andhaka, who were incarnations of demigods, went to Prabhas. And while those who were eternal devotees of the Lord did not remain, but did not leave, but remained in Dwarka. 26. After arriving there, all of them took bath, and with the water of this place of pilgrimage, they offered their respects to the forefathers, demigods, and great sages, and thus satisfied them. They gave cows to the Brahmanas in royal charity. 27. The Brahmanas were not only given well-fed cows in charity, but also gold coins, bedding, clothing, animal skins, seats, blankets, horses, elephants, girls, and sufficient land for maintenance. 28. Brahmanas were given girls. 28. Thereafter, they offered the Brahmanas highly delicious foodstuffs, first offered to the personality of Godhead, and offered their respectful obeisances by touching their heads to the ground. They lived perfectly by protecting the cows and the Brahmanas. Okay, so that's it for this chapter. We'll do chapter 4 in the next video. Wish you a day filled with lots and lots of Bhagwan Shri Krishna's grace. Radhe Radhe.